Hello. Are we live? Hello. I think we are, and I'm gonna mute my feedback. Got coffee. Hey, you are here from the beginning. I'm so lucky this time. I put the microphone even closer. And Amal is here. Awesome, awesome, awesome. We're gonna have a lovely party today. Alrighty. Welcome, Thomas and Amal. Let's give a small introduction on what we are going to do today, and please let me know on the chat if we are going the right direction, if you have different opinion, if you have any feedback. I'm very flexible to changing things. All right, so probably Thomas and Amal know this, but I'm gonna say it anyway. Today we are going to start creating a Visual Studio extension that hides secrets in YAML and probably in JSON as well. YAML files and JSON files that are in Visual Studio Code. The main reason for this is that a lot of streamers stream live and they want to show YAML files that have secrets or keys or whatever, and it's not a good thing to show them, so they have the trouble of showing these secrets by even minimizing the window or pushing it to another window and then writing their own stuff, then closing the file and then putting it again. So I think it might be a fun just to create another extension and to do that for these streamers or presenters. Having said that, this is not the first time that we did that. I think what happened is that last year when I started streaming, my first streaming experience was building that, where I had a lot of people, not a lot, but it's like several people joining the stream. There was like Jason Thomas and David Wingia, and we built a very simple Visual Studio extension that uses regular expressions to find the pieces where that we need to hide. I think we published it. Maybe I'll put a link on the GitHub repo. This time, however, using regular expressions was really limiting. We were really limited in what we could do with that. So I thought there must be a better way. There must be some, I wonder how other YAML extensions figure out the YAML file and they provide syntax highlighting, not necessarily syntax highlighting, but it's like these small squiggles everywhere or auto completions. So there must be a way of doing this. Like there's some secret. So I looked it up and I found that Red Hat, they have a Visual Studio extension. I think it's not you can't say the default, but it's one of the most popular extensions that are in Visual Studio Code that people use for YAML editing. So I thought maybe I can do that. I can check their code and see what we can get from there. Let me switch to our coding view and show you what I mean. Let me just grab this. Oh, come on, you can do this. Oh. Okay, here we go. And it's here. All right, let me show you what I mean. So this is the Visual Studio Code -YAML. This is the code repo for the YAML extension I was referring to. And you can see that how you can navigate YAML in an amazing way, accessing the properties and auto-completion. I don't think they are using regular expressions for that. So I reached out to them. I created an issue, and I said, look, I think there will be an awesome thing if we add the feature to your extension. I don't want to create a new extension. Blah, blah, blah. So how about you? We write the feature here. So I'm going to post this in the chat. This is the link to the issue. And this lovely guy responded in a very prompt manner, and he said, I think it would be a pretty cool feature, but it seems like something that should be a separate extension, maybe something like YAML presenter, rather than a feature that exists in this repo. With that said, I think you should be able to do is grab the text of the document, run it through HTTP, well, that file, the YAML AST parser. We're going to check that file. This is the parser we use. Traverse the AST and find nodes that you want to hide, and then obfuscate, cert, dash, connection string, etc. Which is exactly the idea that I had. I was hoping that there is a parser that we can use, which is awesome. I'm going to close this issue since we won't take the feature here, but if you end up creating it, feel free to ping me. Very nice. The caveat though is that this Visual Studio extension is actually a language server protocol. Like, so behind the scenes, they have a language server that is processing the YAML file. And I don't think we can have two language servers for the same file. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe you can search very fast for this. To be frank, I haven't really prepared a lot for this, so we're going to do this together. Maybe you can just search very quickly and you can give me some tips or suggestions. But my understanding is that if you have a file with an extension and you say, in Visual Studio Code, this file is language X, and there's an extension that has a language server protocol running behind the scenes for this file, I don't think that you can have another extension that have another language server protocol, because they will mess things up. These two extensions will compete with each other. Anyway, I think this is the idea. So this is the first thing. I think what we need to do is, I don't think we will embrace the language server protocol. We will have the analysis of the YAML file within the extension host. I'm not sure if this is a good idea. But the whole idea for having a language server protocol and an executable that is external from the executable of the Visual Studio Code is to allow robustness and whatsoever. But we are not doing that. So this is the first problem. The second problem, this means that we will have to dig in this extension's code, find that file, bring everything that is related to that parser, put it in our code, leaving of course the credit and the licensing, the contributions, and running it within our extension. This is the goal that I have. What do you think, people in the chat? All right. Let me know if you have other opinion or you disagree. I will start from the beginning. Your first extension. The reason why I'm doing this is for 3 reasons. First of all, it's going to be a journey for all of us, people in the chat. I don't want this to be just my experience. It's our experience. The second thing is that even though that I've done one extension before, I totally forgot. I have a very bad memory. So that's an issue. The last reason is that since the last time I wrote a small extension, it was maybe a year since that time. I don't know what has happened since then. I'm hoping that they have changed things around, different configurations, different features. So I'm hoping that this will have a good influence if we start from the beginning. All right. So npm install globally the tool yo, which is the generator of YAML, and generator, we are installing generator code. So let's see. Let me YAML for the people who don't know YAML. This is a tool that what's the word? It generates code. Yeah, it generates code. Scaffolding for modern web apps. You can install it by npm install -g yo, and then you can say like this: you go and then generate code to generate code for Visual Studio Code. Correct? Or am I just saying wrong? Yeah. All right. Based on that, I have already installed this one before. I have been having struggles with my npm because I installed it through Brew, on the macOS, and they install it in a way. If you bro install npm, I think, or Node, it installs it in a way that doesn't require root access, but then it sits. It puts the folders in a specific directory that if you want to change, you have to provide sudo permission. So that's a long story. I've installed the yo tool before, and I'm hoping that it's gonna work nicely. So you can see that I think we have only one code generator, which is the code one for Visual Studio Code. I'm gonna cancel this one. I'm just gonna create a new directory. I learned this recently. It's a command that comes with ZSH, the shell that is newly added to the macOS. So this one is just creates a directory and then moves into that directory. Code and Coffee says, I'm not certain, but it sounds like multiple LSP servers per file type are allowed in Visual Studio Code. Okay. Then we probably, if this is the case, I think our life will be much easier, much easier, because we will not to have rip anything. We can just replicate the whole code and rip off. Ripping off is not always easy. Rip off the code for that file extensions, and just keep the bit where we can do what? Keep the bit that we can get the secret nodes from. Okay. Thank you, Code and Coffee. We will check that out soon. All right. Code and Coffee also says, yeah, their results are merged into the UI, so you probably don't want both extensions giving auto-completion, etc. Yep. We should remove these things if we can do that. All right, take hide my secrets. Let's call it this. I'm not sure if this is going to be the name that we're going to use, but let's stick with that. And then let's initialize this repo to be a git, and we can proceed. Before we proceed, before we generate this, let's go to my GitHub and create a repo for this. Hide my secrets, and it's public. A VSCode extension to hide secrets in YAML and JSON files. All right. Create repository. I like SSH. Copy that, and then git remote add origin. Correct? This one. And then git remote -v. Okay, sweet. It worked. Now we have established the remote. We can push once we are clear. So, yo, I want to generate extension for code. New extension, TypeScript, new extension, JavaScript, color theme, language support, code snippets, key map, extensions pack, or language pack. I have no idea what these are. Like, I know the color theme. I know that I can see that there's a difference between TypeScript and JavaScript to write them. Language support. I'm not sure if they are referring that they are going to create LSP for you, LSP server for you. Key map, I'm not sure. Extension pack, I'm not sure. Language pack, I'm not sure. All right, if we are going to use two language server protocols, sorry, if we're going to use two servers, two LSPs, and just strip that one off, maybe you can start there. If we're gonna start there, I think we might just fork it. Should we do that? But fork it and then remove stuff. To be frank, I'm not the best expert about open source licensing. So if we get this one, if we clone it and then we start stripping things off, but then if we do that and we have our own repo, we will have in the README file, we will say big disclaimer that this was forked but then stripped off from any features just to support that. I think we can do that. Let me then just fork it. I don't know if I forked it before. Maybe I did. I don't know. I can't remember. Or maybe before we fork it, let's play on this locally, and then we fork it, and then we add an origin for it, and then we push, just like we just like we did before. Let's do that. Sorry, again. I know that I have cloned this one. Let's go there. Where did I put it? I think it was in CD source playground. Oh, source playground. and I think it was VSCode YAML. cd VSCode YAML. All right. Git pull. I'm sure that it's very fresh, so there's nothing. Let's open this monster and see. I'll zoom, don't worry. I just need to minimize this so it fits in the window. Is it too close like this, or you can see? Okay. All right. I didn't touch anything. Why it says errors? Let's hide. Let's explore the extension. So we have source. I think this is where this is the extension, and we have to check the server as well. So the extension schema association notification, dynamic custom schema request restriction, activate. This is, I think this is the function that is called to activate the extension, and it can be based on the code extension of the file. Let's close this one, just have full screen. The YAML language server is implemented in Node. The server module is I don't think the server is in this one. The debug options, the server options, and then client options. Register the server for on disk and newly created YAML. Document selector. I think this is the on the extension, based on the extension. Synchronize these settings sections with the server. And file events. Create file system mocha. Create file system mocha. I think this is to follow if there's anything that has changed in the workspace with this extension. This will click event. Create the language client and start it. So we start the language client. What are these? The ID, name, server options, and the client options. Okay. We start the client for the language server protocol, I am assuming. Schema extensions APIs. Amal says, do we need LSP for our extension? Can't we leave the LSP to YAML extension and ours be just non-LSP extension? All right. This is where I was heading before the message that Code and Coffee put. The problem is this file that our friend mentioned. Like if we are going to clone Red Hat and strip things off, they are using an LSP. So I have to go to the extension. Sorry, I have to go to the file. This file. Oh. It's totally in a different repo, actually. All right, so I was under the impression that that file, I didn't, because I didn't check I didn't read it properly. This means that this file is in an external repo, and then maybe we can just take that. All right. I think this is even easier. I'm not sure if it's easier, but it even makes more sense. This is a fork of JS YAML which supports parsing YAML and into ST. An additional parsing of has the following features: usage. The type information below is referring to TypeScript. If using JavaScript only, the final something. Load method can be used. YAML node class is an ancestor for all the node kinds. Okay. After node, it does not really explain directly how we can use it. Usage, just the load. Okay. Okay, I think you win, Amal. I think we can skip the cloning, and we can just use this as a different. But this tells me why they have a big extension for that. All right. Fair enough. Fair enough. Let's not have a language server protocol. This means if we go back to our friend here, we can, let's keep this open and have another one for us, just in case. I don't know how many times I zoomed in for this. Let's go back to source. Where did I get it? CD source, and we said it hide my secrets. Code and Coffee, let us know what you think. So again, code. I think we're going to use with new extension JavaScript. What's the name of your extension? Hide my secret. I'm not sure if this is the best extension. What's the identifier of your extension? Hide my secret? Let's see what this find identifier. There's only one word for that. Hello world. I think it's going to be the same. Let's just do this. I see that it does not have any spaces or dashes. Maybe I should have. Let's follow what they have, like without dashes. Maybe dashes might cause problems. What do you think? Okay, Thomas says it sounds much simpler and similar to your old extension, but using a proper YAML parsing library instead of regex. Okay, sweet. We're on the same page. Cool. Let's keep this like hide my secret. Hide my secret. What's the description of your extension? Hides secrets in YAML files. Initialize a Git repo? No, thank you. I think we already have initialized one. Which package manager to use? I think npm. Let's see. And it's collecting stuff. Now, this is where I'm afraid that I might be having issues. Found zero vulnerabilities, extensions. has been created. Awesome. List cd hide my secret list. Awesome. Let's open this. Or maybe before we're opening it, git add we need a .NET ignore before we add. Let's open this one. I have an extension for that. GI is it GI? What is this? What did I do? Sorry, I didn't do this. Didn't mean anything. For example, because ignore, git ignore, git ignore, add git ignore. Action script, TypeScript, no. We don't have TypeScript. This is weird. Node. I think we need that. It's probably good. It's probably Node. Or Visual Studio Code. What do you think? Let's do this. Let's see the .get ignore. Settings JSON. Do we have this? We have that. Add get ignore. Do you think it's going to overwrite it? I probably should have. If it has pure script but not TypeScript. Why do you think it has pure script but not TypeScript? Because there's no TS. Source. Oh, there is. Oh, you mean as the git ignore. It has pure script but not TypeScript. Yeah. True. Sorry. Yeah, true. Why is that? Why is that? I think there's several ways to add. I think there's also. I don't know if I had this on my machine. I had it before. I don't have it now. I think there is. Let's ask Google. Get ignore for Visual Studio Code extensions. I don't think we're gonna find anything like this. Because I don't know what I'm gonna, or maybe I have an idea. I will create a new document, cd source playground, and take delete me, and then yo code, yeah, TypeScript. Yes. Initialize the git repo, npm, and then we steal the .NET ignore. This is the cheesiest way. Okay. CDS. Do we have is it -f -a? I have no idea what the difference. Maybe Code and Coffee can tell us. cat.getIgnore. Oh. Okay. I learned something new that is nice. It's cat dot get ignore, and then pass it to pb copy, and then if we go to Visual Studio Code and open the get ignore, there you go, it works. Okay, sweet. So we are ignoring the out folder, so probably is going to be the output of our compilation, the node modules. Makes sense. And the Visual Studio Code test, because we don't want to ship the unit test with this, and the VSIX. I'm not sure what the VSIX is. We'll see. Okay, you can delete this one. So cd and then remove directory delete me is gonna complain. Remove directory. Not empty, force it, and recursive. Oh yeah, it always happens to me. Like, I think the options are first, and then delete the folder. Do not delete. Oh my god, it's always this. Illegal option -R. How about this? Illegal option F. What is it? A -R? Is it -F? -R? No such file directory. It can be at the end. Come on, Thomas. Remove directory -RF -F. I don't know. You probably want remove, not remove directory with those options. You think so? Man, remove directory. There's no manual. I think it's an alias. It's remove. Okay. Fair enough. Remove -RF. Delete me. Happy now? Okay. Exit. Wasted enough time on this one. Now we can add everything, and we say git commit first commit. No. Blank VSCode extension from YAML. Yeah. Cool. And git push. Do we need to go? Let's push at the end. All right. Now that we have this running, we can activate. I think we can steal a lot from our friend here. Let me just fix the size of this window, and then hide this one, and then what is this one? Close this window. Okay. Let's see what's the difference. We are in the extension, and we are in the extension. I love stealing stuff. And I also want to surprise me. I want to change the extension. Do you like it? So the black one is the original extension for YAML, and this is our new extension. I can still say surprise me again. Grass green. Okay, let's stick with grass green. Let's see. In our example, I think there's a lot of setup for the language server protocol that we can skip. Get schema association. But the interesting part here is that they don't have activate. This gives me the list of things. Here you go. Activate. We have to get the server module, debug options, server options, get the client, and then new the client and start it, and subscribe to the context, I think, and then the client, when is ready, do this. All of this I don't think we need, correct? So in our activate, the generation just say use the console to output diagnostics to say that yes, your congratulations, it worked. And then disposable, register the command. Let's remove the explorer. Register the command hide my secret.hello world. Okay, let's read the documentation over here. The command has been defined in the package.json file. Okay, let's see the package.json. Okay, there's commands here. The activation events, this one, and this is commands, categories, commands, command hide my secret.hello world. Okay. So we say the command has been defined in the package.json file. Now provide the implementation of the command with the register command. The command ID parameter must match the command field in the package.json. Let's do this again. This thing has to match the command in the package.json. I think this is where we are going to say hide my secrets, correct? The code you place here will be executed every time your command is executed. Display a message box to the user. Alright, if we are not going to use the LSP and we are just going to use the parser, do we need to parse every time we want to hide or show the secrets? Because if we used an LSP, I don't want to come back to this point. I think we just have to stick to this since we have started. If we are going not to use the LSP, this means that we are going to parse every time, unless we activate and watch. As long as there's a file being edited, we parse it to get the ACT, and then we can hide. But if they were typing something in the YAML file, and then they typed a secret, then because we are not executing this on every change, this means that the secret will appear until they execute the command hide my secret again. Correct? Alright, let's start simple. Let's start simple and let's see how this goes. I think we are let's go with the simple thing that hide my secret with a command, and we parse the whole thing here, and then if things are nice, then we continue. All right. Now this means that we can skip all of this. I'm not sure what get schema association is. Scan all extensions. Extensions, like, does this mean that, you know what? There's also here. Let's see, schema. There's nothing here. Extension anatomy. Schema. Nothing. Association. Okay. I thought that there will be like how this will be figuring out that it should be activated based on the extension of the file. Correct? Or shouldn't this be in the package.json? The extension entry point. Oh, is it? Each VSCode extension must have a package.json, which is the manifest. And it says scripts, dependencies, publisher, activation, events, and contributes. Here are some of the important fields: name and publisher. We'll come back to this again. Main, the extension entry point, activation, events, and contributes. There's a discussion about this. Engines.vscode. This specifies the minimum version of VSCode here. Okay. All right. I think extension entry file. Oh, what's this? The extension entry file exports two functions, activate and deactivate. Activate is executed when your registered activation event happens. Deactivate gives you a chance to clean up before something. The VSCode module contains a script located node install. The script pulls the VSCode definition. Yada yada yada. Activate. This is what we get in the official one. Alright, let's see what is activation events. It's a reference on command on language. There you go. This activation event is emitted and interested extensions will be activated whenever a file that is resolved to a certain language. Okay, this is what we want. Why does it exist? Does not exist here? So let's check their package.json. Amal says, oh, before that, Amal sent a link. Okay, where did I stop reading? Do we need a custom editor? Let me see what Amal. Can I copy this? Here's the extension samples. Custom editor sample, where we I don't think this is where we should be going. I'm not expert in Visual Studio Code extensions, but I think this means that we are the editor is not just a text file that you are editing. It's a new editor where you go crazy, like you can see with this one. So I don't think this is the right place. But Code and Coffee says, I wonder if it's easier to make this as a custom syntax highlighter. Amal continues and says we can register editors per file extension in the package JSON, but I'm not sure if we can register multiple for same file type. Yeah, true. It might be an overcomplication to do a custom editor. Yeah. I think if I just like I found there, so I can close this one. We can say on language, and we say YAML or JSON. We can do that. We can do that. So here on language. Okay, very similar to this. Okay. Do we have okay, let's go back to our thingy. Open package.json. Oh, not this one, sorry. What is it? Package. And then find on language. Yeah. It's on activation events. Activation events. I'm hoping that there is auto completion on language. Yeah, very nice. YAML. Is it caps? No. On language YAML. Okay. That's good. But back to Thomas's or Code and Coffee point. I wonder if it's easier to make this as a custom syntax highlighter. If we do it as a custom syntax highlighter, I think we'll be limited by the commands because it's either on or off. Like I'm just thinking out loud. If it's a syntax highlighter, if there's another syntax highlighter, it might be taking precedence. And also we don't, I think if we go with the highlighter, we cannot use the parser. This is from my memory. Let's check. All right. Sorry for this distracted a little bit. What do I want to do? I forgot what I wanted to do. I wanted to do oh yeah, check the documentation. Language extensions, syntax highlight guide. Syntax highlight guide. Syntax highlighting determines the color or style of colors code displayed in the Visual Studio Code. It is responsible for colorizing keywords like this. There are two components to syntax highlights: tokenization and theming. Tokenization. The tokenization of text is about breaking the text into segments and to classify each segment with a token type. Tokenization engine is powered by text-mate grammars. Text-mate grammars are a structured collection of regular expressions. Regular expressions. No. Are written as p-lists. The images and physics studies can contribute to the grammars of the grammar. A lot of speak, a lot of words, highlighting based semantic tokens is called addition, text-mate. Text-mate grammars. Visual Studio Code uses text-mate grammars as the syntax tokenization engine. Token scope. Tokens are one or more characters that are part of the same program element. Example tokens included. Yeah, I don't know if I want to go that direction. Scope name, patterns, repository, include parent expression. My goodness. Parent expression. Thomas says, yeah, a highlight will be regexes all over again. How were you planning to distinguish secrets from normal values? All right. This is the bit where it becomes interesting, because based on Visual Studio Code, not the extension examples, but where did it go? Let's close this one. This one, the Visual Studio Code YAML, according to my memory, when I looked into this, where did it go? Oh, here you go. In the parser, I can have a configuration. That lists keywords that are most likely a secret. Cert, connection string, password, token, auth token, and the user can expand on these if they like, depending on what they are editing, if it's Kubernetes, if it's not. And based on that, we can, once the command is hit, we parse the YAML file, we find the keys that are matching these strings, and then we grab that part of the file, and then we change the background color. What do you think? This is my plan. Should we run this? See if it's working. Let's open the extension again and see. In the activation, we just say console log. I'm gonna start this. Wait a second. Is it F5? Launch.json. Run extension. I think I'm gonna just run F5 or debug. Run extension. Yeah. Run extension. And then new, no, not new. I think we have to open file. Open a file. Open, I said. Open. Okay, where should we go? Desktop. Not desktop, documents, not documents. Oh my god, everything is exposed. Cancelled. CD source. Playground. How we can open a file in the same editor in code? This would be interesting. Let's just find this. Open file in terminal, or see, let's say VSCode open file from integrated terminal. This is what they call it, integrated terminal. -R. Okay. Where we do have Twitch chat, cd كده external cd كده external example. Do we have a YAML file? cd here you go. Code I think reuse -r كده external YAML. Here you go. Where should I see? Is it here? Wow, what's happening? Your extension line count is now active. Line count? Okay, it's listing all the extensions. Your extension hide my secret is now active. That's nice. Rejected promise not handled. Something. I don't know what this is. Why? I don't know what these are. Playground connections. Okay, but at least we know that it's activated. Where should I see the output? Debug console. Oh, is it that text? Oh, here you go. Sorry. It's this one. Okay, cool. Alrighty. So stop. Did it close that one? Okay, sweet. So our extension is associated with the YAML file, and it's running properly. Thomas did not come back. Like Code and Coffee did not comment on what I answered. Do you like that idea to hide these to have these configurations of the keys? Okay. Now let's see registered command. All right. So we had this is the command that says hello world, and where we are executing this message. So what we will do is we will parse here. Let's see what this does, or how it works. Yeah, I think it's a good idea because regex on secret value is harder to implement anyway. Oh man, I knew that you're gonna support me in this one. Where did my... Why is happening? Building. I didn't change anything, and it's taken forever. Maybe there's something wrong. Stop. Run extension. This is weird. It's taking for too long. I don't know what's going on. Maybe it opened another window. No, it did not open yet. Code and Coffee and says, and also may as well have it look for a comment like commented. Oh yeah, if we have comments and it has secrets on the line, in the case the keyword missed something. Yeah, that's good. I think we're on the same page then. I have no idea why this stopped working. I didn't do anything, and then it suddenly stopped working. Right. Building. File changes starting from the compilation. Very weird. Very weird. I don't want to close and open again. I hate these solutions. All right, let's continue on. Oh, I wanted to see how this executes, but I can't trust it. I think Visual Studio Code, the window show information. I think the message that pops at the bottom of the Visual Studio Code and says "Hello world" from hide secret. I just want to make sure that there's nothing wrong with our. Let me close this and open it again. And then we say recent, hide my secrets, and then we run in the run extension. Oh, here you go. I just closed it. I don't know what happened. And let's see. Hello world. I think I'm assuming this is it. Yes, salam. It's very nice. Hello world from hide my secret. Okay, I think this is the direction we're going with. And stop. Sweet. All right, now it's time to import our friend. Let's close this window. Now this is where the real test happens. We want to add this. I wonder how they added this. So I'm just gonna search for it. YAML-AST-parse. I think there must be. What do you think in the source code that they can use? Is it package.json? YAML-AST-parse. YAML-AST-parse. Custom tags. Resolve. So I'm assuming that this is an npm package. Yeah. But the problem is they are not saying how to use it. So scholars are one of the three knows. Oh, I can't see how easy way. YAML-AST-parse. This is a custom maintained fork specifically for YAML language server. So we can use this. So they have forked it. I don't know why they would have forked it, but then this is our friend. This is what we need to do. We need to bring this fellow in our lap. All right. Code and Coffee says a semantic highlighter sounds good too. Open. There is another one. Semantic highlighting is an addition to syntax highlighting as described in syntax. Which is the code use text made grammar domain semantic recognition. Semantic recognition allows language servers to provide additional token information based on the language server's knowledge on how to resolve symbols in the context of project. Oh my god, I lost my voice. Themes can opt in to use semantic tokens to improve and refine syntax highlighting from grammars. The editor applies the highlighting from semantic tokens on top of the highlighting from grammars. Here's an example. Let's see what's the example. Without semantic highlighting, let's see. Range. I can see that the range is a different color here. And the language modes. Position create. So it's like it knows that this is a class, or it's the parent that you can gonna invoke the function from. Notice the color differences based on language symbols understanding. Line 10, just like I noticed. Line 11 and line 13. To implement semantic highlighting, language extensions can register semantic token provided by document language and a file name. The editor will make requests to the providers when semantic tokens are needed. Okay. The semantic token provider API comes in two flavors to accommodate language service capabilities: document semantic token provider and document range semantic token provider. Semantic token classification. There are these are the standard semantic token types and semantic token modifiers predefined by VSCode. Standard semantic tokens types: type, enum, interface, struct, type parameters, parameter, variable, property, enum, member, function, member, label, comment, keyword, number, operator. Standard semantic token modifiers: declaration, read only, static deprecated, abstract. If necessary, extensions can define new types and modifiers or create subtypes of existing types. Semantic token types: ID, template type, subtype, a template type. Semantic token modifiers. Is it my brain or is it just too complex? Theming is about assigning colors and styles to tokens. Use the semantic highlighting setting. A color theme can tell the editor whether specific semantic tokens should be shown or not. If enabled, semantic tokens are first matched. I don't know, it feels like it's difficult to me. Let the existing YAML highlighter do the hard work, but use a semantic highlighter to announce certain property value tokens as secrets, so a theme can color them transparent. How easily can we do this with YAML now? In order to make semantic highlighting also work for themes that have not defined any specific semantic rules, and to serve as fallback for custom token types, VSCode maintains a map from semantic token selectors to TextMate scopes. This stream ended up reading documentation. I'm really sorry. In order to make semantic, Amal sent an example. Let's see. Semantic token sample. Okay. We activate. context subscription push languages register document semantic token provider and the token. Oh, nice, GitHub, nice. Oh wow, nice. New documentation semantic provider. This is awesome. We can go there. Wow, it goes there. Nice. Very well done. Class documentation token provider. Let me just continue before we go there. Oh, it's in the same file, but it jumped. Does not say which file is it, which language we're looking at. All right, let's try to discover this. Provide document semantic tokens. Parse text. So this, we need to parse text. We get the tokens and semantic token builder for each of these tokens. Builder to push the token line. But this is the thing that parse text. I think this is, let's check this out. Is it here? I don't want to keep, oh, it's here. Parse text. Go to parse text. It reads the whole page. Regular expressions again. Is it? We split the lines. For each line, current offset, do index of square bracket. It looks for square brackets and then parse text token. I think we are going to still do parsing it as it seems. If this example is the ultimate example, parse text token substring offset, and then push line, start character, the length, the token type, token modifiers. My understanding is that if we use the Visual Studio Code or the YAML parser, we will not need to do these things. The text is split by parts on the dot. I'm afraid that it seems that we are still going to do parsing with this, and my understanding is that with this guy, our life will be much easier because we will just query the scalar. There's not a lot of documentation on this one. I'm assuming sorry, I'm assuming that we will be able to query the document based on that. You can keep a map between fallback text mate scope and the semantic token selector. Yeah, so Code Copy says, yeah, that's what I thought. It does not make much sense to me that the semantic highlighter isn't using tokens from the underlying syntax highlighter and passing it again. Yeah. It's either that sample that Amal sent is really not implementing it the right way, or or we still need to parse. And if you're gonna do parsing, the whole idea of using this is to make our life easier. We just give them the text file, and we can search all the nodes with the keys that have this one, and then we get the value, corresponding value. Like a lot of we just fall back into like some sort of a DOM manipulations rather than parsing anything. What do you think? Should we forsake this and fall back to what we have been doing, or we continue on this one, semantics? I think, to be frank, I think if I were gonna go with a semantic highlighter, I think I need to do a lot of reading before the stream, so we don't waste a lot of time reading the documentation, because I need to understand really how these tokenization work and the system highlighting, how we're gonna write these things and interpret these things. For me, it's another level. Yeah, okay. Let's continue being simple then. And then, I don't know, we might still go back to that one. But if it's an npm package, let's see how Visual Studio Code does this. Is this in their package.lock? But if it's in the package.lock, why is it not in package.json? Shouldn't it be in the package.json as a reference, and then oh my god, I haven't done TypeScript for so long that I totally forgot. So let's see what they have in their package.json. Languages. What is the dependencies? I thought so. I do Command Shift and O to see the members of the files, but for JSON it does not really mean anything. So I better just continue with the configuration. Configuration defaults, scripts, dependencies. YAML language server. Ah, the YAML language server, I'm assuming, depends on our friend. So in our case, we will just get that and add it to our own dependencies. So if we go to package.json, dependencies, there's no dependencies. Okay, let's add dependencies. Dependencies. This guy, like this, I think. And oh wow, I didn't know this. It completed the version type. Sorry, it completed the version. This is awesome. This is really awesome. Now, what does it say? What's complaining about? Module, something is not installed. Let's install it then. npm install dependencies. Okay, cool. I think we are going too fast. So not too fast, sorry, but without git. Oh, why is it really fuzzy? So what did we do? What? I thought we are ignoring the settings of JSON. Package of JSON. Maybe we shouldn't ignore that, because Visual Studio Code also has a lot of stuff. Package looked at JSON, where I added this, and we put it on a we based on the extension on YAML, so it's activated on YAML. So before we just continue, let's see this guy. Of course, we need this to stay there, and the launch.json is just this is where it's become funny. I think anyone who is going to contribute to this code and retrieve this, they will retrieve my settings, which is files exclude out, search exclude out. Yeah, this makes sense. But then they will get my colors. Thank you, Peacock. This is the extension that does this. Peacock. So it can colorize each environment separately. All right. I don't want to clutter my friends. Did you just change the colors? Just title bar, just the colors. Yeah, no font size, nothing. I still think we need to have these. I'm not sure who also edited the settings of JSON. Let's make this as ugly as possible and keep it, but change it later. Right, I lost my voice. What else? Git add dot git commit the message. Make activate for YAML files plus, which is very wrong to have pluses for your commits, you know, this is very wrong. Activate for YAML files, and we add YAML parse module, whatever. Okay, sweet. Git push -u origin head. Alright, this way anyone who was in the stream can have a look at what we have done so far. Back to this guy. I don't think we're going to spend more time on like we don't have too much time. We've already been doing this for an hour and a half. Let me just see how they are. So they're just importing. I think if we just import normally like this, in our extension. Do we do this? Import as YAML from YAML. And then in here YAML parser dot load. I think this is what we, and the string. So we need to get the text of the file from here and pass it, and then we will get answers. Let parsed equals load. Why is it upset? Oh, because we're not passing anything. How about we get the document? So I can't remember how we get the document. Bye you, thank you. And bye you. We will add a README page soon. Maybe we should check examples. I know, yeah, Amal loves samples. It's the best way to learn. Maybe there's something here about the document. I'm ready. Get schema. I don't think there's anything about how we can get the file itself. File match. There should be something in the documentation, correct? So overview. This is not the overview. Oh, sorry, extension guides. Command. This is the lazy way of learning something, is just jumping between documents that you can find a key that will help you with the command rather than reading things properly. Virtual documents, custom editors, task provider, source control, debugger, custom data. It's not in the overview, I'm sure. Overview. No. Getting started. Extension and autonomy. Come on. Okay. I think I have to check the samples. All right. Where are the samples? Visual Studio Code Extension samples. Basic multi-root sample. Code action sample. Extension. Let's pin this guy. I feel so bad. There must be a better way to get this documentation from. Discrete fx. Document. Provide code action. So if we go here, oh. Open external using your files. Why? I can't find a way to get access to the file open. Another example. Call hierarchy sample, basic multi-root, code length sample, comment sample. Where's it's relying on the comment mode. Oh, that's funny. No. Come on, this is not funny anymore. Publish sample, semantic, terminal, theme tree, Vim. Oh, Thomas will love this. Document editing sample. Editor. Here you go. VSCode window, active text editor, get the editor, edit the document, is a document, editor selection, and then we get the document. We get the text. All right, lovely. We get this from the VSCode. I think we can remove this. I'm just gonna remove, keep the console.log. The command has been defined. We can remove these comments. Or just leave this comment. And then we say, give me an instance of editor equals, we get it from VSCode dot window dot active text editor, and then I know that we can use selection, but we can do this some other time. Maybe we can have a to do think about adding a selection. Right, we have 20 minutes. We get the editor. If editor, which means that we might have screwed things up. Get the document of the editor. Equals editor.document. And then get the selection. We don't want to do selection stuff. Document get text. So over here, let's remove this friend and move it here. We say document dot get text. Correct? We get the text, and then we can see what parsed has brought us. Parsed dot This is where we need to have a recursive loop. Nodes maybe, parse anchor ID, endpoints, errors, keys, kind, mappings, parent, value object. I think we need good documentation on this thing. We need a better documentation. Scala is one of the examples. Sorry. Usage. Load method can be used to load the tree and retains a YAML node. YAML node class is an ancestor for all node kind. Its kind field determined node kind 1 of kind enum. It's either scalar, mapping, map, sequence, anchor reference, or include reference. So I think it's going to be scalar. We are looking for scalars. If it's mapping or map, then we continue. I think it's like a recursive, some sort of recursive way. After node kind is determined, it can be cast to one of the YAML node descendant types. YAML scalar, YAML mapping, YAML map, YAML sequence, YAML anchor reference. Important members, start position and end position. I think this is in relation to the text file. The value of the scalar. There's string and there's value. And then we have the key for the mapping, YAML scalar, key, and YAML node value. This is, I think, one of the things that we have to play with. Sequences, I think if it's a sequence, then we need to figure out the key. Okay, I think we're on the right direction. So, oops, I didn't mean it. So source, or maybe we can go with test. This type, there's a lot of types. This is for the TypeScript, index, loader, mark. There's no way we can see what examples they have. So in test, let's see what they have. Document, safe load. I don't know. Maybe we should do safe load then. This allow, what is this to say? Forbid non-printable characters. Forbid long surgeons. Allow non-printable characters. Forbid control zeros. I think these are two aggressive tests for us. Loader test. Should work with document end delimiters. Loading multiple documents. No. Expected structure. Here you go. Thank you, Amal. Thank you for joining us. You don't have to apologize. Have a lovely night. And talk to you soon. All right, I think we can stop the stream here. We need, at least I need to read a little bit more on how we can use this load function and parse the document based on that. What do you think? Parse YAML integer. Set decimal. Parse integer 0. Assert string equal YAML parse integer 0 for this. This is not what we are looking for. I don't know. I think we have to dig into this ourselves. So let's go back to the usage, readme, and see. YAML node class is an ancestor for all node kinds. Yeah. So we need to check if it's a. We need to check the kind. If the kind is scalar, then we do the check, correct? Otherwise, we traverse. So if we say for each, no, let's say parsed dot kind. No, let's assume that it's a kind of parent. I want to choose the children. Value. YAML node. I think it's value. Let's debug this. And then we say, let's say console. Is it oops, console.log parsed value. How about this? Debug. And then, oh, we're gonna do this again. cd source playground keda and we said code keda. All right. We wrote this in the command. So if we say hello world, we should see in our debug console undefined. How about we put a breakpoint? And then we do this again. Hello world. And one step on the parsed. All right, no errors. We have kind2, which I'm assuming is mapping. Mappings. So mappings is the child. So you can use this as, like, if it's mappings, we can iterate over this for each object. Kind1. So this is one. This one is a scalar. We check the key. The key is API version, or is this the value? Wait a second. Ah, here's the value. Okay, I think we got it. So if it's not a scalar, then it's a mapping, and the mapping will have multiple mappings inside. If we have a key that has, this is where we're going to check if the value of the key is API version. then we get the value, which is, for example, the secret or connection string, and we can get the position. So the end position is 32. I'm assuming that there should be start position here, 12. So from 12 to 32, let's see this in the other one. From 12 this is column 12. Oh, I can see the column. Oh, here you go. Let's expand this. From 12, nice. Because it was 0 based to 32. I love it. This is exactly what do you think, Thomas? Golden Coffee. I think this is exactly what we want. So we don't need to do any parsing. We just get the parsed and we loop recursively on the nodes. If it's a mapping, we loop more. If not, if it's a scalar, we check the key. If it's the configuration key, then we get the beginning and the end. I think this is it. All right, I think we can sleep peacefully today. All right, it seems we have reached a point where we can stop now. Sounds like a plan. I thought this is gonna be much bigger than I thought. The good thing is that this YAML parser made our lives much easier, and the fact that it's a separate library from the Visual Studio Code extension that I was looking at, this makes things much easier. So we don't have a language server protocol, we don't have to have a lot of magic. So I think this extension might be seeing the light sooner than I thought. Awesome. Thank you so much, Thomas. Thank you, Golden Coffee. Thank you, Amal, and for any visitor who passed by our stream. I'll update the README file soon so that people can have a look at it. Until next week, have a lovely night.